mask has finally slipped. The game is over, and the truth is out. Look at you now. The disguise of the simpleton, the fool who couldn't keep up. It's gone. All this time, you were the beautiful, calculating mastermind. You were orchestrating the longest con in history, playing dumb while your mind raced like lightning, pretending to stumble while quietly mapping every exit, every weakness, and every crack in their armor. They thought you were slow. They thought you were naive. They spoke around you as if you were just part of the furniture, exposing their secrets, revealing their strategies, and showing their cards without hesitation because they believed you couldn't possibly understand. But every mispronounced word was intentional. Every confused smile was part of the plan. And every "I don't know" was a conscious choice to conceal the fact that you not only knew, but you were already 3 steps ahead before they even realized the game had begun. Think back to those meetings where they explained things to you like you were 5. You weren't confused, not for a second. You were collecting data while they mocked your questions. You were building detailed psychological profiles. When they rolled their eyes at what they assumed was your stupidity, you were carefully memorizing their patterns, their tells, and their weaknesses. Every condescending word they threw at you became ammunition. Without realizing it, they handed you the keys to their kingdom, blinded by their own arrogance, never suspecting that the vacant eyes in front of them were hiding a mind sharper than their own. That's the true beauty of being underestimated. It's like having a hidden superpower no one believes exists. They gave you access to everything because, in their minds, who would ever worry about the village idiot? Nobody locks doors when the fool is in the room. And that was exactly what you were counting on. Every time they said, "Don't worry, you wouldn't understand anyway," you quietly filed it away. Every time they oversimplified something for your small brain, you let them, knowing that one day, the perfect day, you would show them just how much you understood. You know what's truly hilarious? They actually believed they were helping you, mentoring you, and guiding the poor, slow one who needed everything explained twice. In their minds, they were the generous teachers, feeling superior and almost charitable. But the truth was far from what they imagined. You weren't falling behind. You were studying them like lab rats under a microscope. Every patronizing explanation was a free psychology lesson. Every oversimplified breakdown revealed not only what they thought mattered, but also the secrets they were trying to hide. Think about those moments when you asked stupid questions, the ones that made them sigh in frustration and forced them to repeat themselves as if you were hopeless. You weren't confused at all. You were testing them. You were measuring their patience and their knowledge. Many times, you asked questions you already knew the answers to, just to see if they truly did. And more often than not, they didn't. They were pretending to be intelligent while you were embodying it. Their performance was a masquerade, and you had already seen through the costume. The show was about to end. Those meetings where you sat quietly looking lost, you weren't lost at all. You were running calculations they couldn't even imagine. Those conversations where you nodded blankly, you were connecting dots invisible to them. That notebook where you seemed to struggle with notes, it wasn't filled with their explanations. It was filled with their contradictions, their manipulations, and their hidden lies. While they thought you were keeping up at a remedial pace, you were quietly building a case file against them, one they were too blind to notice. And that's where your invisibility became your greatest weapon. Not physical invisibility, but intellectual dismissal. They stopped guarding their words around you. They stopped protecting their strategies. They stopped viewing you as a threat, as anything more than harmless background noise. But that's when you became the most dangerous person in every room, because the predator they never noticed was the one studying every move, memorizing every weakness, and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And then that moment arrived. The day you decided enough was enough. The day you dropped the act. No more stumbling over words you could pronounce perfectly. No more fake confusion over concepts you'd mastered years ago. You looked them straight in the eye and spoke with the confidence and eloquence of someone who had been playing chess while they barely managed checkers. The shock on their faces was priceless. Their minds scrambled to reconcile the genius in front of them with the fool they had convinced themselves you were. You watched their worldview collapse in real time. Everything they thought they knew about intelligence, about you, and about themselves crumbled within seconds. That's when the realization hit them. They had been the marks all along. They'd been playing cards with someone who could see their hand reflected in their own glasses, and they were too arrogant to notice. And the best part,